Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ashama, and in this video we will be talking about everyday news events and all the important news events for the examination point of view. Therefore, this video is going to be helpful for all exam aspirants. So whichever your exam you're preparing for, you can watch this video and share this video with all the aspirants. Also, those who have not yet downloaded Entry app, you can download it from the link provided below, and there you will be getting free mock tests, free test series, and free sectional tests along with study material of good quality. So do check that out. It is going to be a huge rank booster for all of you. Now let's start with the discussion of our news events. The first is related to Reliance Jio, where Reliance Jio is constructing the largest international submarine cable system, and that is going to be centered on India. Now, this submarine system which is being constructed, it will be with the help of submarine cable supply, the largest submarine cable supplier, that is Subcom. Subcom is the largest submarine cable supplier. Along with that is going to build, and there are various other partners also for the same project that have been designated. Now there are two submarine cable systems that the company is going to utilize. The first is India Asian Express system, which will connect India to Singapore and beyond that. The second submarine system is going to be from India Europe Express, which is going to connect India with the Middle East and European region, right? So if we have a look at the speed that is going to be, it's a high capacity high speed system which is going to give approximately 200 megabytes per second of capacity. 200 megabytes per second of capacity is going to be there, and the whole network is going to span at around 16,000 kilometers of area. Also, it is going to connect Mumbai and Chennai, both of them, to Thailand and Malaysia when it comes to IAX. Mumbai and Chennai to Thailand and Malaysia. Whereas, and this is going to be completed by the end of 2023. So by 2023, you can expect the system to be functional. Whereas IEX is going to serve the Middle East region, as I've already told you, Italy and Middle East. So this is going to be applicable in the early 2024 in North Africa. In the North Africa by 2024, early 2024, we can expect IEX to be applicable. Then starting with climate change has been having a huge impact on the most vulnerable cultural treasures of ours, and that being the oldest rock paintings of ours. So, Pleistocene era rock paintings, which date to 45,000 to 20,000 years old, they are deteriorating rapidly, and their quality is deteriorating rapidly. Also, the world's oldest representation of an animal, the Watti's pig, which is drawn on wall of 45,000 years ago, that is in a nearby cave, and that is also deteriorating. And Slawski cave art, which is much older than the Europe's prehistoric cave art, that is also deteriorating, as per the recent reports that have been released on climate change. The world's first private digital code, which has been developed by Jupiter's Justice Technologies, that is going to be functional soon, and it has been developed by Chandigarh-based startup. So Jupiter's Justice Technologies is of Chandigarh, and it has developed this first private digital code. Now, this digital code is important because it does not have any jurisdiction. That is, it will have international jurisdiction, and it can also resolve cross border disputes of MSMEs or micro, small, and medium enterprises. It is going to be powered by artificial intelligence and blockchain technology, and the resolution of the system is going to be via alternative dispute resolution mechanism, for which we already have regulations as well. So the complaint can be filed from any part of the world online. Everything is going to be online. The filing, documentation, presenting of arguments, everything is going to be online, and that can be also submitted online, right? And the design is for justice system, arbitration, mediation, conciliation, as well as negotiations with no jurisdiction whatsoever. Then a few one-liners. European Medicine Agency has proposed that Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine storage conditions have been modified because they do not need to be now kept at the same temperature, that is very low temperatures or in a freezer. That won't be necessary. That is, they can be stored for up to a month at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. Earlier it was that after taking out from a deep freezer or refrigerator, it could only be stored up to 5 days in the refrigerators, in normal refrigerators. Now it can be stored in normal refrigerator for up to a month. Then SCTIMST, Shri Chitra Tribunal Institute of Medical Science and Technology. It's a national institute of importance, and it has developed a new multiplex RT-PCR kit. The RT-PCR kit is going to ease out the testing, and also it is able to identify all the different mutants that are coming of the virus. So this pandemic virus, which is mutating so fast, all of these can be tested using this new multiplex RT-PCR kit, which has been created by Shri Chitra Tribunal Institute of Medical Science and Technology. Right? The technology that this kit uses is Tachman chemistry. Tachman chemistry is utilized by this uh, by this multiplex for the testing purposes. Then we have Chief Minister of Bihar Nitish Kumar, who has launched HIT, Home Isolation Tracking App, COVID app. This has been developed for all the people who have been house isolated or home isolated. So to track their movements in and around, for that purpose, this app has been created. It will be definitely updated on regular basis as healthcares are going to be visiting these patients. If the level of oxygen is below 94, then the patient is going to be shifted to a nearby COVID health center for a proper treatment as well. Who has developed this app? Beltron, Bihar State Electronics Development Corporation Limited, Department of Health and Department of Information and Technology. They have developed this. Edelweiss General Insurance, which is an insure tech startup, it has launched IPOS. IPOS is Integrated Partner Onboarding Solution. It is an industry first digital end to end partner onboarding solution, and it was launched to offer to digitize support to partners' journey in an efficient manner. So, through IPOS, the sales workforce can create and upload any number of prospects in real time with scrutinizing approvals and digitally processable with greater efficiency as well. It's a fully automated onboarding solution, and it has features like visualization capabilities, built-in learning system, so that partners can also take the tests alongside. Right. The platform also has privacy and data security, so no issue on the data breach as well. Haryana has declared black fungus or mucormycosis as a notified disease, and therefore, all the cases, each and every case in Haryana of black fungus, will need to be reported to the authorities. And if there is any changes that needs to be taken place, that will also be there. Tracking, managing, and limiting the spread is the purpose of this, of bringing it under notified disease. Ved Aapke Dwar scheme has been launched by Madhya Pradesh government for by the Department of Ayush, and in this free video conferencing teleconsultation is going to be provided to the people by Ayush medical experts. So those from homeopathy, Siddha, Unani, Ayurveda, Yoga, and naturopathy, those doctors, they will be giving free medical consultations via live video calls in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Paypoint India has partnered with Digit General Insurance to grant health insurance to customers in undeserved underserved and rural areas. So all those which are underserved areas and rural areas, over there's going to be health insurance that is going to be provided with the benefit of a minimum 1 lakh, and it will have 24-hour ICU HDU hospitalization coverage as well. The premium will be starting at 487 rupees only, and the insurance is going to cover pre-hospitalization expense up to 30 days, post hospitalization expense up to 60 days, and also the road ambulance charges up to 5,000 rupees. That is 1% of the assured sum. That is going to be covered under this insurance scheme which has been started. Then UNCTAD has recently released a global trade update for the month of May 2021, according to which India, China, and South Africa they have done relatively much better in import-export trade activities during the first quarter of 2021. India's import has increased by 45% as per this report, whereas the export has increased by 26% as per this report. India's service imports have increased by 14%, whereas exports by 2% when they are compared to the average value in 2020. Right? With this, we'll be winding up the segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. All those who have not yet downloaded Entry app, you can download Entry app from the link which is provided below, where you have high quality mocks and test series available for your practice. So do check that out. We'll see you in the next video with more news, events, and updates. Until then, goodbye, take care, and have a great day ahead, all of you.